So I have to tell you all something that just happened. This is definitely a moment to share, a God moment to share. As you all know, I don't want to reiterate again really, but you all know that I had no work since January, then I got a job, then I only was there for a week, then I just got hired for another job. It's not really pay-wise, it's not good. There's a lot of things not good, but I'm really thankful to have a job. Gonna be starting a new job, God willing. Hopefully it lasts longer than a week. Because I'm in that situation, I really need the job. But here's the thing, they required a drug test. I'm not going to go into details, but you know how the drug tests go. And my drug test samples, because of drinking too much water, wasn't a good sample. So they had me come back. And I was frustrated because the day that I even went there, I was there for longer than I really wanted to be. So this is definitely a pride issue. God has dealt with my heart. At first I was like, no ma'am, we need you to relieve yourself more. It's not enough for samples. Then I'm there drinking water for an hour, and then I have samples for them, all right, but they're diluted. So yeah, TMI. But the thing is, I'm frustrated that they asked me back. I'm like, well, they should have just sent me home that day, maybe, something, because obviously it was gonna be a problem with dilution there, drinking all that water, trying to speed up the process. Yeah, so I'm asked to come back to do the samples again, and I come back, and I get to talking to the lady who does my testing, the drug testing, the nurse lady. Awesome lady. One thing leads to another. She starts telling me about her daughter, how her daughter had some heart condition, but now she sings so beautiful. And she showed me some videos of her singing. Wow, beautiful voice. And she started telling me, not knowing anything about me. Of course, I know believers, we feel, or we sense God's Spirit, but not knowing anything about me, she just starts talking about God, and which was awesome. I loved that. I loved how it was just flowing so naturally. And she said, yeah, this man of God had told me not to enter my daughter in any singing competitions. This was before our daughter even sang. And she was like, I don't get it, but she's like, okay. Because he had shared that with her because her singing was supposed to be for God. Just for God. Now, I do believe that you can sing, people can know about you and still be singing for God. There's a lot of singers out there that do that. But she's relating the story to me, and what was so powerful about it, what touched me so deeply, was because just last night I was pouring my heart out to God, and I was saying, Lord, I had been singing actually before I started praying like this. I was like, Lord, I love to sing for you, and I don't want to be famous, but I do want to be financially stable. Like I was trying to share, God already knew, but I was trying to share, I want to be known enough, I think, to be singing and have money to be comfortable, financially stable, as I said. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I'm here, I'm 33 now, and life has gone on, and yet I still have this desire. I just keep singing for you. And it was so strong in my heart. God's like, you sing for me. Like, ever so strong and powerful. And so I share that to say that then today, the next morning, I have this conversation. I hear her share that about what the man told her for her daughter about singing for the Lord only. And I knew God at that moment was speaking to me through her because of the conversation I just had with God the night before about this exact situation. Because I was like, Lord, do I enter more singing competitions? What do I do? I had literally been looking up more singing competitions, trying to get my name out there, trying to get more awareness in my music. And so then she says, okay, sing something. And I'm like, I never just sing on the spot. Like, that's something I don't do. I sing, but maybe a couple of people have asked me that, but that's not something I do. So I start singing in this clinic. I start singing Amazing Grace, and she starts to choke up, and it's just a really special moment. Like, God's presence was so sweet and powerful there in that moment. I cannot even begin to tell you. Like, it was surreal. And she pointed out something that I was like, oh wow, this is pretty amazing, is that all that morning, like, even for me waiting in the waiting room, there were people coming in and out of the office, but in that moment when she asked me to sing, there was no one else in the clinic other than her and the co-workers, the people that work there. Like, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. I mean, it's not that it would have been bad, I don't think, if, you know, other people had been around, but there had been people in and out, and in those moments, for my singing, nobody else, just us. And after I left the clinic, I noticed that then somebody walked in the door. Like, I got in my vehicle and I kind of looked back and someone came. So it was like a divine appointment, divine ordained. So here's the thing that I learned, okay? I was reminded of, sometimes the things we get frustrated about or annoyed about or even mad about, God has a plan for it. Even as silly as it seems, as silly as it sounds, is like having a sample that's diluted and having to come back and pee again. Even something like that. God has a plan, and he certainly did, because this moment was so uplifting to me. I was ministered to, and I needed that. God knew that, and this lady was too, I feel. And I was so touched by, you know, what she showed me about her daughter's voice. Her daughter's voice is amazing. And she, you know, she said, if I didn't say this already, maybe, I don't remember now if I said this, if I recorded this or not saying this, but she said that someone's going to be healed when they hear your voice. Someone's going to be healed from your singing. And that resonated with me. That has resonated with me. I've seen awesome things happen when I have shared music. Again, not because I have any special powers, but God, he comes into the music when you invite him in. Amen? He does. Awesome things happen. And so that really encouraged me. God is in the details, and I pray it encourages you. First day of Pesach, first day of Passover, already hugely blessed. God is so, so good. Amen. Thank you, God, and thank you all. Thank you all for just looking to him and blessing him and being a light in this dark, dark world. Love you all. Shalom, shalom. Never know when something you have to share is going to touch someone's life, because that lady sure touched my life too. Another blessing. Amen. Shalom.